Only one place to start. I'll just catch my breath.
I'm not even sure whether I caught it. That was a long intro, but let me tell you.
It's the longest intro in the world. I mean,
that was a game.
Listen,
I mean, forget about everything else. That's the game. And the Man United fans, they must be overjoyed. The magic of the cup, they looked like they was out of it on more than one occasion. It looked like Liverpool were comfortable. Oh, come on, get the third goal, kill them off. No, they wouldn't lie down. Maguire's playing left back, centre half, striker. Everywhere. It was brilliant entertainment.
It was a fantastic game. We're going to hear from Erik ten Hag and Jurgen Klopp very shortly. talkSPORT in the tunnel waiting to speak to both of them. We've had the draw now as well. You called it, Pards, as well. Coventry, Manchester United.
Yeah, I just had a feeling because of Mark Robbins. It's just the cup just froze them things in, don't it? You know, he's obviously got that famous goal that kept Fergie in the job. God knows, 1989, I think that was. And then now he's managing and doing an unbelievable job at Coventry. And I'm so glad that we can underline that now because he's in a semi-final of an FA Cup, because it's gone unnoticed a little bit in the football world against his old team, Man United. And that will be brilliant. And Fergie will be loving that as well.
I know, it was written in the stars, wasn't it? Manchester City will face Chelsea, of course, after City's 2-0 win over Newcastle last night. The game that I was at, the most boring game of the four, to be honest. It was very straightforward and comfortable for them in the end. But let's talk about Manchester United, shall we? 03717 22 3344 if you want to get your thoughts in, which is exactly what Adam has done. Adam is a Manchester United fan. Were you at the game, Adam?
Hi, Faye. Alan, I've spoken to you pretty much every other week. I said to you, I've been 7 times this season.
Yeah.
I've not seen us win.
You have now.
We have now, but it gets better because on Friday, I called Carlton, who was on the show. I said to him, listen, the missus has woken up. She goes, what's your plan for the weekend? Obviously, she wasn't happy that I said, I'm going to the United game. She said to me, she even gave me a little dig. Said, oh, you've not seen your team win. You're just going to come back and stress me out. I'm in the doghouse, I'm in the doghouse because I left this morning. She didn't even want to say bye to me.
And you got a long journey home, haven't you, if I remember rightly?
Oh, what a great journey home. I'm going home. I'm on my way back down to Essex.
Yeah.
I've been fasting all day, so I've just got a bottle of water in the car. But you know what?
Oh, bless you.
I don't mind being in the doghouse because seeing that today, I'll tell you what, I was going to leave. At 3-2 when Harvey Elliott scored that deflected goal, I was going to leave.
Yeah. Well, you can't.
That's why you never leave a football game early.
Absolutely.
You just don't, Adam. Tell me what the atmosphere was like at Old Trafford, because myself and Alan were there last week, actually, and against Everton. It was a 2-0 win in the end, but it was a really flat atmosphere, it felt. It felt as if the roof went off today.
They just seemed electric, like, even from before the game even started, from when the boys were out there warming up. It just seemed electric. I don't know if it was because it was an FA Cup game. I don't know if it made it that bit sweeter because we were playing Liverpool.
Sorry to interrupt you, Adam, but it's for a good reason. Not for you, maybe, as a Manchester United fan, but the Liverpool boss, Jurgen Klopp, is in the tunnel with talkSPORT's Declan McCarthy.
Thank you, Faye. Yes, Jurgen, a truly amazing game. One for the ages. As a neutral, please just sum up to words the disappointing defeat here.
I will forget it pretty quickly, to be honest, because we went out. But, of course, I understand it. It's a super spectacular game. Better start, clearly, for United. Clearly, we needed to adapt to a couple of things. Struggled a little bit with the man marking. But in a moment when we became ourselves, then we caused them massive problems. Scored 2 goals. Could have scored more even before half time. In second half, we played some of the best football for a long time. We really played through them, around them. Couldn't finish the situations off. Decision-making was not great in these moments, but how can you really criticize that with all the things the boys did recently? Late equalizer is a proper punch in the stomach, but fine, that's how it is. Then we score the 3-2, late equalizer, and then they finish it off. So that's fine. I accept that. Congratulations to United. We should have finished the situation off. We know that. But there are many things I'm really proud of for the boys, the effort they put in, the character they've shown again. It's absolutely exceptional. Tough to take today, but we take it. Boys leave in all different countries, and then hopefully they come back healthy, and we can start the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely incredible match. You mentioned the chances there, so overall you are wondering almost how you've lost that game.
Oh, there are chances as well. The biggest probably was Marcus in, was it normal time? To the very last second of normal time. I think he whistled it off. So they had him as well. No, And the football is like that, and the problem is a little bit. We did now recently that we scored late and stuff like this, but it's better you do it as long as your legs work properly and not when you already feel each yard you make. You could see it. Lucho was hard. Lut was hard for him. Darwin was brutal. Mo was really, in the end, you think, okay, I'll leave him on and stuff like this, but you have to make decisions, and obviously you want to win the game, and the boys gave absolutely everything, so that's what you can expect, and then you have to accept the result, and that's what we do as well. Our people are for sure disappointed, I get that, but I don't think they are angry because they saw a team fighting for absolutely everything, and yeah, that's all right.
You've had a League Cup victory this season, Jurgen, and the FA Cup semi-final you were obviously hoping for. You've still got the Europa League and you're joint top of the league. I mean, fans can still dream about a treble, right?
Look, these stories are really not our stories. So you go in one game and we play one competition. If you ask me now, after we are out, it's like, okay, 1 or 2 games less, fine. Then it's absolutely all right because we don't have to play these games now. If we go, imagine we have 120 minutes at Wembley and go out, then we have to play another game, brings another Premier League game. Today we would have played Everton, so there's not a lot of positive things in, but that we have to turn that into something positive. So we will go as far as we can, we will go for as much as we can, but these headlines, quadruples, triples are not ours, and we are not really interested in.
Thank you very much, Jurgen. Back to you, Faye.
Thank you very much, Declan McCarthy there with Jurgen Klopp, who just sounded really disappointed and flat, but trying to take the positives. I mean, it's really difficult to talk after a game that frenetic anyway when it's been snatched from your grasp, but he spoke very well.
It hurts, let me tell you, and he's hurting, obviously, and he knows deep down inside him, even though he's talking the players up, there were some big mistakes in that game today that cost them the victory at crucial moments. And that happens in a game of that magnitude. And, of course, Man United made mistakes as well. You don't, win a game 4-3 without making mistakes. You've let 3 goals in. But I think the Nunez moment, when he gets that ball at 2-1, all he's got to do is clear it or make sure he pays that square pass and it comes straight to McTominay, who does so well to get the weight of the pass for Rashford. And then the game went to chaos after that. It was just like anything could happen. But up until that moment, Liverpool were in control, so that would be the frustration for him. The positives for him, as he quite rightly said, 2 games they probably don't need in the chase for the Europa League Cup and the Premier League. So, okay, he gets a bit of rest in terms of he ain't got to play a semi-final, a final, and FA Cup. But, if he would have had the choice, he would like to play them.
And he'd like to lift another trophy. Yeah. He certainly would do, that's for sure. It was interesting, he skirted over taking off Mo Salah, saying he wanted to win the game.
Well, Mo Salah, isn't that his first game back, full game? So he probably wasn't fit enough to stay out there. I don't have a problem with that, but sometimes, he's put the youngsters on. In the League Cup final was a point in case of that, and they did so well for him. He literally, sometimes as a manager, when your substitutions are coming off, he's winning games late, here, there, and everywhere. He's just got that confidence to just change it with it, and so. Okay, it probably didn't work so well today, the substitutions, but he's been brilliant, and all them players have gone on and done terrific. Today, okay, 1 or 2 not quite at the races in that last period, but that's the magnitude of that game. That was a game where experience said a lot, and youth and no fear, like our man at the end there, Amad Diallo, scores the winner. Just, brilliant. It was a great classic game.
It was an absolute classic, wasn't it? And we've had a few this weekend, 3 of those semi-finals, absolute classics, almost better than each other, trying to outfight each other absolutely. In terms of the best quarter-final of the weekend, for sure. Brilliant from the neutral as well. Manchester United and Liverpool fans, they get your calls in 03717 223344. A couple of questions for you. Is that the springboard that the Erik ten Hag era needed? We heard from Jurgen Klopp there, devastated devastated, but practical about it. Now we want to hear from you. 03717 223344. Michael, Tommy, Jordan, Ali, Ollie, Alan, James, Gary have all dialed in. Can you do so as well? Or send us a voice message actually on WhatsApp. It's the same number, 03717 223344. Just remember to tell us your name and who you support before you go on your rant or celebration or whatever it is that you want to do. Get them into us now, and we'll hear from you next on The Final Word on talkSPORT.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.